What's up guys? Today I'm going to hit you up with a technique that has been a total game changer when I'm coaching squats, both for myself and for quite literally hundreds of trainees that I've used this technique on. I've used it with beginners who can't hit depth, I've used it with intermediate lifters to help things like knee cave or foot positioning, and I've used it for advanced lifters to help improve their muscular recruitment. The interesting thing about this technique is that it flies in the face of a lot of conventional advice about how to squat. So please check out the video, have a go, and tag me in your efforts as well. I want to see this help you guys out with your squatting, and if I can help you out in any other way, then please let me know. So the technique itself I call the spiral squat. Now, the first thing we need to do is get an implement that roughly mirrors the width that we would use or select for our squat. For me, this foam roller does the job. Equally, if we don't have a foam roller, we can use a plate. We can use a smaller plate if we're slightly closer, or something wider if it's slightly wider. It doesn't have to be exact, because this is really about cueing muscular activity rather than to be used as a specific squat variation. So, one of the most common cues I see for squats is to screw your feet into the ground, okay? External rotation torque into the ground, and activate your glute med, your external rotators, to help prevent things like knee cave in a squat. The problem is, I tend to see that if that's overdone, then the knee cave tends to kick in even worse. And then you tend to rock onto the inside of your feet. And similar to that issue, a very common issue I see with people, especially when they're learning to squat, is that as we squat down, the feet slide out, we get an external tibial torsion, okay? And then in this bottom position, we end up with this, which is valgus, even though our knees are pointing forwards, it's just our feet have compensated for it. I see this explained online as being a lack of internal rotation mobility, but personally with my clients, I've just never seen the correlation. I've seen people with good internal rotation that still can't keep their feet parallel. And if you take myself as an example, I can squat with my feet parallel in a variety of positions, and my active internal rotation is pretty poor. So that's where this comes in. Now, instead of screwing our feet in, what we're going to do is screwing them out, we're going to screw them in, okay? So I'm going to grip the edge of the implement we're using. So in this case, I'm going to go with the plate. And I'm going to cue that internal rotation activity, my adductors, which is actually our primary hip extensor from the bottom of a deep squat. This is going to turn my knees into this valgus position. So while I'm keeping a squeeze from my toes, I'm going to try and create that torque to take my knees out. Straight away, just standing in this position, I've got a ton of activity for both my internal and external rotators, and it's going to lock my knee in place and going to prevent any valgus if I can maintain this throughout the position. Now, you can use a kettlebell as a counterbalance when we go through this movement, but basically we just start to initiate the squat and try and keep both of those torques in place as we descend. What I tend to find when my clients do this is that there's a great deal of resistance in terms of the eccentric, almost like you're in a squat suit. It's resisting you hitting deep flexion, but on the way back up, you've got additional recruitment, you've got better balance, you've got better engagement with the floor. The arch tends to get activated by the internal rotation here, and generally the whole shape of the squat tends to improve. So I don't think it's necessarily a lack of internal rotation mobility that causes the feet spinning out. I think it's a lack of internal rotation strength, and we spend too much time looking at the external rotators and not enough time activating the adductors. Okay, so give that technique a go, and like I said, let me know how you get on, and tag me at JZ Strength Coach. See you guys soon.